Hey, good word, party folk. I'm your mile high priest. I'm up here, up about a mile high on Mercury's Day. It's October 2nd, Wednesday. A little later in my day, I'm laughing at myself a little bit because the less witchy I try to look, the more witchy I'm getting. Y'all, what's good? My name's Armando. I'm in Denver. I go by the Mile High Priest. This is a collective, no matter your sign placement reading. Happy birthday to all the Libras and a happy new moon solar eclipse in Libra. It does fall on the south node in Libra, so a lot of letting go. Oh yeah, I do have a write-up. Y'all, these cards I've been talking, the Black Moon Astrology by Suzanne Shepherd. So I wanted to kind of get back into those, but I did write a little bit. To be honest with you guys, I like to write. I'm not formally trained as a writer, but I like to write. So I hope that I can expand on those skills, maybe develop a little bit of a talent. Maybe that's just a dream that I have. An old man can dream, right? Anyway, let's just get into it, right? Thank y'all for being here. If this message resonates with you at all along the way, please feel free to hit the thumbs up, hit like, support the channel's growth by hitting thumbs up. Stick around, subscribe, leave me a comment, and share this with anyone that you think may enjoy or receive some sort of anything from my messages. I have been taking care of myself regarding my psychic connection and work, and I was thinking right before I logged in that I'm really grateful to have to do personal readings and have clients and have new people I've never met reach out to me. So this is a new rhythm of work for me because it's very public. It's very front facing. Yeah, there's a true service orientation to service work, and I am here now. Okay, let me get it together. Magicians, high priests, high priestesses, kings, queens, royals. This is your post Mercury Kazemi solar eclipse in Libra, new moon in Libra. Court, I am your effervescent, very giggly, talkative, bubbly, wiggly, jiggly, Akashic librarian, ninja warrior, stellar informant. Very giggly, funny looking gesture with your divine messages for your divine interpretation, exaltation, spiritual evolution, and human growth through all spaces, all times, all dimensions. Thank you again for being here. I honor you, your path. I'm grateful for our energetic exchange. That's what that means. That's what I was trying to explain, is that the work is never finished. I've been resting a lot, and so I'm very sleepy and a little glazed over. So thank you for being here. I'm ever so grateful. I did write something, like I said, so I'm going to read that now for you guys. The push. Keep going through the storm, compelled to, magnetically led. You will outlast, you will evolve. Remove excess weight piece by piece. Allow the flow to take over. Let it burst. Don't hold on anymore. You're not on pause. You're not too far. You have arrived. You are here now. Okay, this is more writing that is not poetic like that. And yes, like I said, I'm not trained as a writer and I'm not trained as a poet. I'm just writing because I like to write. So this was just like a channeled message. Now you are equipped. So 7 of Wands and 9 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. So now you are equipped. Are you equipped for next time? That's a rhetorical question or just a question, right? Now you are equipped. Is it just that you're equipped for next time, or can you use this extra push? Not only clear a mindset or clear a belief system or shift a perspective, right? Can you use this extra push beyond the shift of perspective to actively apply your understanding and through practical and spiritual practices protect yourself from stormy weather and when you are taken advantage of? So yeah, it can be simply read as being ready. So discernibility in regards to being prompt, being ready, being intuitive, and know when to stand on guard or when to reject or when to eject. But more so, it's knowing when to take on the challenge. And so there's a spiritual element to the Strength card and the Justice card. Those two cards are interchangeable depending on your school of thought. If you're from the Hermetic trained traditions, then you understand the Strength and Justice cards tend to switch depending on the right artist of the creator of the deck, or whatever they research. And so you can come into things, you can receive a gift. You can be both receiving a gift, you can be leaving and entering. So there's a triple quality state. Something is coming towards you, something leaves you, your vicinity, your surroundings. Something is a gift. Sometimes you know all three parts. Sometimes you're given insight or foresight into some of those parts. And this is the quality of the reading. This is the quality of the channeled message. When you know about the distinctive new paths that you're coming onto, your capability to apply. I'm looking at this light catcher. It like your level of discernibility basically is jacked up. Like it's promoted. It's like high level of discernibility. So don't shy away from vulnerability. That's where the message then goes, to not, because you're so enlightened, you're so sensitive, and I honor that. I honor our intense sensitivity, our heightened levels of sensitivity on all spectrums, including psychic, right? Expose intelligence. So expose your intelligence. Expose your high-mindedness. Be of high mind. Be of high-mindedness. Untangle. This is going to sound cheesy. Untangle emotionally. Plug into emotional intelligence. Lean into the power of discernment. Okay, I'm done preaching. Let's just ask the oracle now. Black Moon Astrology, thank you again for being here. Don't forget to hit like. Thank you if you're new here. Welcome to the Crazy Mile High Priest Show. You know, I belong to the Arcturian Council, so those funny looking blue aliens were everywhere. Okay. Fire, earth, air, water elements. Thank you. Spiritual guides are the highest light, helpful, wise ancestors. Ooh, Mercury and Mars. Venus. Right. What is the situation that the collective has been enlightened now post the solar new moon eclipse in Libra? Thank you very much. This new level of discernibility. I'm like, how do I explain this? So this is the side of the Four of Cups that is considered an inheritance. I have here card number 28, fourth house, roots. So this is a Cancerian ruled house. The father and the mother, as they pertain to your sensitivity, your sensitive nature, your sense of security, your sense of groundedness, and your amicable or stable-minded approach. So you're receiving a gift. I'm laughing because I'm like, how do I explain this side of the Four of Cups? And then Jupiter pops out. So that was what the I think the channeled message does pertain to what's coming out in this reading, meaning now you've been made well aware of what's incoming, and so it's best to remove like piece by piece, allow the flow. I have 7 of Jupiter abundance, and so this side of the Four of Cups speaks to inheritance, speaks to a gift. It could be financial, and it very well is spiritual. It's abundant in nature, considering the challenge is how big it is, and so it can be lost on you. And that was part of the message about discernibility, is maybe you won't have trouble in accommodating for it, but maybe you have trouble in keeping it, or not wasting reserves, and not wasting profit, and not seeing gain only for gain, but also now working. I know I get like commitment, but also community. That could be a word. Your commitment to the community. Maybe that was one good thing your parents taught you, right? I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I am laughing though because my dad was a teacher, and so he stood in front of large crowds, right? And that's what I was talking about earlier, is like this line of work is me standing in front of people and like looking at people instead of just the computer. So it has that quality of like not knowing how to hold that composure, like not knowing when to relax, when to ease in. now could be the time to relax and not get too relaxed. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups, and then I'll have to look at abundance. Oh, Grand Trine Blessings. Card number 46 at the bottom of the deck. And we did talk about 3 parts, right? Something leaving, something coming in, and a gift coming in, okay? And then we have Earth Element, card 38, Stability. Is that the Ace of Pentacles? And then Taurus, I think that's the Hierophant, or the Two of Pentacles. We shall see card number 14. This is lying in the bases of this situation. Earth Element, card 38. And Taurus, I have card number 14. Y'all, let me dive into some. This eye catcher is interesting as the sun sort of declares its position through this transitional season. Like the fall is turning out to be kind of weird up here. Okay. Oh, Wheel of Fortune, change in luck, fortune, high ideal, sense of purpose, the strength to go on. Yeah, you may, yeah, because of, it does have the quality of coming out of despair, and maybe you have been patient, maybe you have seen a lot of the downtime, not the good times, right? It's resting assured that that is now leaving. So yeah, better times ahead. I did want to pass that message along. The Hierophant, comfort, nurturing, steadfastness, materialism, money, what is owned. Okay. And because it's a fourth house of roots, I'm getting like sense of ownership, feeling at home, finally feeling more rest, stability, accepting responsibility, the body becoming organized, and nature, Ace of Pentacles, what is tried and true, what has been or what will be proven, mountainous areas, crossing over lands, land deeds, real estate, buying or selling land, growing. Oh yeah, okay. All right, so a gift of lands, gifts of lands as a blessing, turning around, turning the home around. So selling a home, turning the home over, laying roots down in a new way. Maybe just a fresh approach arrives, a fresh also the lump sum, because the Hierophant is here, higher level, a contract, a true contract. I think it could have a lot to do with work. Has a lot to do with home is where the heart is. How about that? home being where the heart is. For some of you, it's working online, having that kind of working in that dimension, in the air, working via the air, making money via the air. And Jupiter did have a trine with, they all met up. All the planets have recently met up. Maybe not all entirely with each other, but Jupiter did meet up with Mercury and the Sun. Okay, that's fascinating. Make room, like, also pregnancy, right? Because of the fourth house. Make room. Having had to make room, have you made room? A lot of psychic awareness, grounding, coming into reality. So manifesting, the journey, the money journey, like where has the money, how was the money made versus how was it spent? Where was it allocated? How, you know, the variables involved at that point when it becomes that an investment versus your kind of ownership. Feeling better about the home. What can we home is where the heart is. Okay. Some of you are moving, it seems, after maybe a quick decision to sell a home, like a parent's home, some parent's home. And so coming to a kind of a state of being where it's like getting more than what you thought, because of also all that's involved, the property maybe. Okay, cool. Well, I have Taurus, I have Moon in Cancer, I have the Earth Pentacle sign, and then I have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a fixed signs, and also Jupiter. Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Yeah, a new creative project. Over the air, even though it has earth elements, Jupiter and Gemini. Jupiter currently in Gemini and Uranus in Taurus gives me a lot of over the air. Could be a contract. Thank you so much. Okay, I went for the Dreamscape Oracle by Matt Hughes. Ooh, the Sea Turtle and Death Mother. Okay. definitely a transition. Definitely a time of transition. Six of Swords. Yeah, having to move. Enjoy the journey of your life. Start planning for the future. It may be time to look at the bigger picture and determine your needs for the long haul. Are you ready for the future? Now it's time to start planning. Something is maturing. There's a whole new journey, I think, that needs time to kind of appear and manifest. And you're in that position of having to wait and having to ponder, and you are feeling tied down to something that no longer serves you. Free yourself. The chains flow between the two of them, binding them over time. Wow, the Death Mother is the next stage of the journey. It's like something does push you. This is about to push you. And wow, okay, I started the freaking poem that I wrote, the push. Okay, this is the push. Death Mother is the push, and then this is like, are you ready? The Death Mother is, I'm pushing you into the new journey. The Sea Turtle is, are you ready for the new journey? Are you planning? Because there's movement. There's an earthly movement. I think that means just work. For some of you, it can mean moving, like selling something you own, like a home, or selling like a big plot of land. For some of you, it's finally receiving the promotion, getting the contract that means you are bound to the home. Your money has been carried across. So that too, there's like multiplying effect to investments. For some of you, it could be that bigger shift from tumultuous kind of not being on steady ground, now going to steady ground. So are you prepared to not be so high alert, right? I think we talked about that in one of the recent readings. Okay, wow. God, this sun got raw. We're at 30. I'm going to lay out the rest of the Celtic crossbreed. Recent past, present, and upcoming future. Six of Swords is still here, yo. I mean, in the simplest of ways, it's like, are you prepared? Are you prepared to by letting go, by allowing the flow, you basically give into preparation. So you begin to prepare. You finally allow that time to come for yourself to rest or to prepare or to be patiently awaiting. Ace of Pentacles. So you may have already received word or confirmation. Okay, and the High Priestess. So you may have already received word or confirmation. The Magician. So now you have to await its manifestation. It seems underground at the moment, right? Because we have the Magician, the High Priestess, we have the Hierophant. Those are the first 7 depending on how some teachers split up the tarot, right? Those are the subconscious, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the conscious. And if we have the High Priestess and the Magician, it's like knowing that you have to be ready, knowing you're awaiting the readiness, knowing that it's coming, knowing that it's going to be tangible, it's going to be something that you can hold, something that you already know is approaching you. It's not even about patience. It's like the High Priestess believes, clears away negative, brings two polarities together, brings the light. Okay, and so instead of coming into this, remember, instead of coming into this believing you're as prepared as you possibly are you actually budgeting in time, budgeting in the swings, the moods, the variables, the this day versus that day, and it's not being overly prepared. It's like maybe knowing more how you will manage your reaction, your action state. So more earthy vibrations, knowing that you're the important aspect now, that you're coming into the important part of the way of doing, the way of being, human being and human doing for you is to no longer abide by reactionary or actionary. Now, first comes that indirect action of knowing, of understanding your intuition, your power to both not only emit, but to also receive. And so you're in a receptive state, the High Priestess, right? You're in a receptive state to receive your manifestation that you've declared through power of all those manifestation, power of all the laws that you work with. I don't know, I speak to many people. I told you my alien council, right? We manifest in a different way than you might. It's all the same thing. But what this is telling me is that you already know, you already see inklings, you've already received some more than just intuitive feedback. You've received actual mundane feedback. And so still you're allotted time not to sit there and wait, not to sit there in disbelief. You're given time to honor how you will approach these new situations that now arise, because it does seem bigger, it does seem more fruitful, or it does have that gust of wind of restart. Now look, you've been given again from God. There's Ace of Pentacles twice. So the Hierophant, the High Priest, does ask you, how will you receive this? In what standing are you with Spirit? In what standing are you in your relationships? Important is the relationship that you have with God, okay? Don't forget that aspect of your creative and creatrix, divine nature. But when you're given, even if it is ideas, so even if you are just like learning, right? You're being given like a loan or something, a lump sum. You do know you will turn this around. You will help, whether indirectly or whether you will affect a lot of people in the community. Okay, 4 more for the Celtic cross, please. Where do you stand now in your strength? Look at that. Okay. Okay, what was I saying? Did I stutter? I just did stutter. But also, like I was saying, this is not necessarily saying that, but it kind of is telling me that you are like across boundaries. You're crossing boundaries. Also, yeah, there's a blend. So some of you, I don't know where you're at. No, well, some of you are planning to take a relationship to a higher level, and it could have that like distinctive flavor to it, where you both are of different descent or different areas or different area codes or whatever. You know what I mean? All the levels of that. Different parents, whatnot. Hopefully. Yeah. I don't know what they do down here on Earth. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Okay, look. Oh my gosh, out of all the treachery, out of the you will not be led astray, okay? If you have God, okay? Mercury does want to speak. Mercury's not going to fail to remind you. If you go without God, you will be reminded of when you have left yourself without God, when you have declared that you are not under guidance by like higher spiritual guides and spiritual guides of the highest light, and whoever it is that you pray to, when you stop, okay, that's when Mercury comes in. Mercury's going to remind you of the destabilization, like the destabilized nature of not having and not allowing the highest light to come in, okay? But look, we did talk about the community, okay? And we did talk about your hopes and fears, and this is your hopes coming true, your wishes coming true, the star, Aquarius. So we have Mercury in Virgo, we have Jupiter in Pisces, we have Aquarius. Y'all, we have like Ace of Pentacles twice, we have the Wheel of Fortune 10, we have Ace or 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles, 10, 10, 10 for the numbers, right? And it ends with the Four of Cups. I'm not even kidding. This is the Four of Cups. Like, this is the moon in Cancer, okay? So, since last week, the Three of Wands, a new vision has been exposed to you. You now see the beginning, the inklings of the new start. Now, before you go on about self-sabotaging because you're waiting, will you now not wait? Will you await by cleansing and clearing, okay, for your hopes, for your faith to be completely unstable grounds? There has to be a lot of clearing away of the mind, and the mind, it is just like, are you reminded by the scarce times of how you need God, of how you desire to have God's will and God's direction ingrained and intertwined and synergistically involved in that, right? So there's not a real need. It's just like when you're in need, that's when the reminder of the scarce times, of the lesser times they were, that's when it feels like you need it feels like you need God. And so now God says you don't need, if you can just remember that you've latched onto this new journey because you've done away with a lot of that, those mindsets and those core beliefs and those belief systems. So now you walk into the room knowing, you walk into the room having declared this higher emotional intelligence and higher level of discernibility. Okay, so now you know that you don't waste time by waiting. You allow, I guess, the vision to kind of like grow, to sprout. There's something about like what's unseen at the moment. It comes out, it bursts through the grounds very quickly, very soon. And the blessings come, but with that patience, the reorder of from reactionary to actionable to indirect action, of now possessing higher mind, higher will, higher direction to honor the blessings and honor the quality of like depth of space that you will that you have to tend to now, right? Now you tend to more space and clear more space as your abundance grows, as your inheritance grows. You're seeing now the fog is clearing. I think a few weeks ago we said it was very foggy, and now that the fog is clearing, you're starting to see the multicolors. Oh wow. I'm so sorry. The multicolor. Oh my gosh, that kind of brought me out. How wonderful. Can we call it a reading at that point? I wanted to say, yeah, the Death Mother and the turtle. It's like one is saying, "Are you ready?" Because the other one is saying, "We're going to push you into it." I wanted to read a little bit of the Hierophant. So the Taurus card I have. The Taurus card turning up in a spread is always a positive sign, as it is highly stable and supportive. Then we have the earth element, stability, right next to it. The Taurus card corresponds to Hierophant, the Hierophant in the Tarot, so this indicates tradition and not so much being brash, controversial, or eccentric. Taurus, of course, is bullish, so you may encounter a few stubborn or obstinate individuals. Anything offbeat won't serve you at this time. Whatever you do now will take on a practical or conservative tone. And then, more than anything else, the Taurus card suggests dealing with finances, capital, investments, what is brought and what is owned. This card also stands for your possessions. It's a good time to build on what you have. It is also an excellent time to invest in real estate or properties, what you own and what you are working to own, banks and bank accounts, investments, money in hand, and cash flow, credit, loans, accounting, stocks, real estate, sentimentality, elegance, ballet, singers and singing, paintings and art galleries, being stubborn, sticking with things, never backing down, appreciating what is material, practical, love of possessions, being skeptical, bullishness, sarcasm, not seeing the value in the non-material, wanting to parent others, having to wait and be patient. We'll leave it at that, okay? Don't be greedy either. No. Okay. Are you ready? This is being pushed to you. You're being pushed to it. Remember that channeled message, compelled to, magnetically drawn and led to it, right? It's like, it's coming to you. It's like Jaws, right? Okay. Is it scary movie season? I honor you, your path. I'm ever so grateful for our energetic exchange. Hit like, hit thumbs up if you want to support the channel. Hit like if you absolutely like the message and love it. Leave me a comment, and also stick around, subscribe. I'll be back with more. I hope everyone had a wonderful new moon. I'm very like mellow. People are saying I'm very chill, which people usually say I have a zen quality about me, but that I'm not that chill. But as it turned, as these days of our lives continue to move along, I'm now considered, or maybe just this week, maybe it's just a solar eclipse. I'm just chilling this week. We'll see about next week.